So let's start the show. And hello, yes, Chavan, Smita, anything you want to say? Okay. So let's start the show, and we will take a look at the champagne manufacturing process. So it's time that we book our flight from IGI airport, and we'll go straight away at the Charles de Gaulle International Airport at Paris. Okay, fine. Let's do it. Okay, let me change the setting because I know that the people will start removing after some time. Okay, all right. So it's time that we board on the flight and let's go to Paris. Okay. We'll also take a look at a video after this to understand exactly champagne. How does it look like? Okay, right. Okay, right. So today we'll see that the art of sparkling wine, basically champagne, it comes under the sparkling wine, we all know. Now, when anything carbon dioxide you inject inside a liquid, that will turn into a sparkling. Okay, right. And now then can we say beer a sparkling wine? Anybody? Beer maybe to carbon dioxide hota hai. So anybody can say that why beer is not called a sparkling wine? Is anyone is there who can say this, answer this question? I know the beer is not started yet, but anybody can say using their common sense why beer is not called as a sparkling wine?
Because of the grapes.
Yes, absolutely right. Who is it?
Kunal Gaur.
Yes, Kunal, beautiful answer. Yes, it's very common sense. Beer is not manufactured from the grape. That is why it is not a wine. Yeah, it has got a sparkling, that is true. But yes, since it is not made from grape, so it is made from barley. That is the reason it will be not considered as a wine, but a alcoholic beverage. So in this world, there are several sparkling wine. Even when you have to go to the France, if you can go to the Nasik Valley right now, you will also find a sparkling wine over there. But if you talk about sparkling wine, it was France is the only country who started this concept and with the hands of your champagne. So let's take a look. So we'll learn about the definition, brands, and the method of production. And the interesting method of production is the most, like fascinating, which we will learn and which we'll see through a video also. Okay. So method of production. Now let's take a look. There are 4 ways you can manufacture a sparkling wine. The first one is, I have written it in the Hindi and also in other languages. Please take a look. The first one is Methode champanoise. It says champenoise, but it is not champenoise. It's known as a Methode champenoise. So it's Methode champenoise. Okay. Followed by the next one is Methode cuvée close, or we can also call it Sharma method or a tank method. The fourth one is Methode transvassement. That's a French word, and the English word is transfer method. And the last word is direct impregnation. Impregnation of what? Carbon dioxide. You can directly inject carbon dioxide into a wine, into a white wine that will turn into a champagne. But out of this, the point number 1, which is Methode champenoise, is also known as a champagne method. This champagne method, people are still waiting. Okay, just hold on. Now, yeah, so this champagne method or Methode champenoise is a style which is used for the production of champagne. अब नासिक वैली में जो champagne manufacturing process है, they cannot make a champagne with a Methode champenoise style. This is very interesting. It's a law. You cannot make a champagne in India or a sparkling wine in India or Australia or Germany or America or Brazil or Europe, any part of the European country apart from France, with this Methode champenoise. Methode champenoise is something which is only and only used by the French government to produce the champagne in the Champagne region. Okay, but yes, you can use a Methode cuvée close, very interesting method. Italy used this thing. Methode transvassement, also it's a very nice one. Direct impression is a very cheap method. which is not being followed in anywhere as of now. Methode champenoise is a very important style, which is this is the way no other sparkling wine is made. So European Union, United Nations and UNESCO has officially approved this rule, and forbidding this law is a punishable offense. It means that, see, so tomorrow if India, like Sula sparkling wine is also have, if they make a sparkling wine with this method of champenoise, what will happen? The government, I mean like this European Union can file a case against them. International Court of Justice में एक case file करेगा and there will be a problem. So no other country apart from France can use this method. And also, even if you make exactly same sparkling wine like a champagne in Bangladesh, in India, in Australia, in Germany, in Brazil, you still cannot name it champagne. You have to name it champagne. You can only call it champagne if you make that same wine in the Champagne region of the world, which is in France. तो Champagne एक छोटा सा district है France में, जहाँ पे if you make a sparkling wine with the Methode champenoise style, then only it will be called as a champagne. Otherwise, no other wine will be called champagne. No other sparkling wine will be called a champagne, which is made outside the Champagne region of France. Even अगर कोई भी wine, if you make a sparkling wine in somewhere in Bordeaux or in Burgundy or Paris, still it is not considered as a champagne. It will be called a sparkling wine. Okay. And who is the person invented this law? This is the one, you can see, the god of champagne. His name is Dom Perignon. Dom Perignon was the owner and the founder of Moët Chandon brand. Moët Chandon today a very, very expensive beverage brand in the world, and also it also sells a bag. There is something called LVMH. LVMH, that is known as a Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy. आपको मालूम ही होगा लुई विटो का हमारे पास यहाँ पे शर्ट ब्लेजर मिलता है, लुई विटो का बैग भी हमें मिलता है, which is very expensive शॉपिंग मॉल में अगर आप जाओगे तो लुई विटो मोए हेनेसी is a LVMH is a company that manufactures champagne and as well as this bags and clothes and everything. ठीक है? And this is the person who invented all this thing. His name is Dom Perignon. It is said that when Dom Perignon invented the champagne, and when the first sip of champagne he too took, the word that came out from his mouth was very, very famous words. It is known as, Dom Perignon told while he was drinking the first champagne, he told that it feels like I am kissing the stars. It feels like I am kissing the stars. So that is how champagne got like inducted in the world market, and why it is star we will learn the manufacturing process. तो बेसिकली सीधी भाषा में अगर कहा जाए, शैंपेन अगर आप बना रहे हो तो आपको बनाना है फ्रांस के शैंपेन रीजन के अंदर मेथोडे champenoise स्टाइल से, कोई झटका नहीं होगा. तो कल अगर अमेरिका कहेगा नहीं हमने भी एक शैंपेन मेथड से सेम वाइन मैन्युफैक्चर किया है और हम उसको शैंपेन नाम देना चाहते हैं, तो सब बोलेगा नहीं. यूरोपियन यूनियन, यूनाइटेड नेशन, दे विल से नो, वी कैनॉट कॉल इट अ शैंपेन until unless it is made in the Champagne region of France. ये जितने सारे शैंपेन गवर्निंग बॉडी है जो ये शैंपेन को मैन्युफैक्चर करने में इतना स्ट्रिक्ट गाइडलाइंस फॉलो करते हैं, there is a you can say the committee who actually supervise this entire champagne manufacturing style in the Champagne district, like a Tea Board of India or Agricultural Ministry of India. Same way they have something called, take a look at this, it is known as a civic. इसका अगर हम फ्रेंच में नाम पढ़ने जाएंगे तो कुछ ऐसा है, Committee Interprofessionnel du Vin de Champagne. Committee Intraprofessionnel du Vin de Champagne. Committee Interprofessionnel du Vin de Champagne. Okay. Committee Interprofessionnel du Vin de Champagne, or civic. Civic is a committee that supervises the entire champagne manufacturing styles. Okay. अब जैसे कि समझ लो Champagne is a state of France, same way like Champagne is a Madhya Pradesh of India, something like this, or Bihar of India, or maybe Karnataka of India. So it's just like a state, small state. So 90 kilometers northeast of Paris, and it's a very northernmost wine going belt, and the climate here is not that good summer, but it has got a cold winters, and that is the reason also this grapes are very well temperature controlled. Okay, soil that we need is a chalky soil and also acidic to the wine. I mean, like the chalky soil means there is lots of stone. I mean, like there is a ground, and on the ground there should be lots of stone. That's how the chalky soil is very important for the soil. Okay, so पत्थर और मिट्टी का mixture जो पहाड़ में जो soil होता है, that is how the actually it's look like. Okay, people are still waiting. Just hold on, people. Be happy with them. Yeah. And now we move towards the next one. Take a look at the Champagne region. So ये आपका फ्रांस का मैप है. यहाँ पे आपका पेरिस आपको दिख रहा होगा. You can see the Paris here. And then just beside that is Champagne district, a very small one. And the regions of Champagne are, take a look. These are the 4 major districts in Champagne state where the Champagne come from. The first one is Ypres. The next one is Reims. Third one is Aube, fourth one is Marne, and the fifth one is Haute-Marne. Okay, so Ypres, Reims, Aube, Marne, and Haute-Marne. These are the 5 major districts of Champagne region. Ypres, Reims, Aube, Marne, and Haute-Marne. All these things are the major wine district. I mean, like Champagne producing districts of Champagne region. Ypres, Reims, Aube, Marne, and Haute-Marne, right? Okay. What are the grape varieties? Very, very important MCQ question, as well as very, very important thing to remember. Please do not forget, even if you don't take area of interest as an FMB, please do not forget this one. Okay. The first one is a Pinot Noir. What kind of grape is Pinot Noir? Red or white? Anybody can say? It's a red grape or a white grape? It's a red grape or white grape, people?
It's a red.
Fantastic. Okay, fantastic, Ankita. It's a red grape. Then we got the next one that is known as a Pinot Meunier. That is the, obviously it's a white one. And then Chardonnay. We all know that's a king of all grapes. So you can see the king of all grape, which is Chardonnay, and the queen of all grape is Pinot Noir. So ये रानी है और ये राजा है, दोनों एक साथ राजा रानी मिलके इस शैंपेन के अंदर जा रहा है. That is the reason it is the so मतलब like celebrity alcoholic beverage. I mean, this is a mega star alcoholic beverage of the world. Okay, so Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, and Chardonnay. This is the 3 grape varieties that go. Now, interesting fact is that what is the red and white? Is there is a mixture? Yes, there is a mixture actually. We actually blend, the grape manufacturer, the wine manufacturer actually blend these 2 wine. That is how your Pinot Noir look like. Not actually red grape, but it's called look like a bluish black color. Okay, and then this is your Pinot Meunier. I'm sorry, it's a red grape again. And then it's Chardonnay. Pinot Meunier is a red grape. I'm extremely sorry. And Chardonnay is a white one. Okay. See, these grapes are look like in round shape, not an actually. It is not a like मतलब like वो elongated या egg shape नहीं होता है जैसा हमारा market में जो हमें grapes दिखता है. Okay, ठीक है. अब the first process is harvesting. The grapes are handpicked in the month of September क्योंकि तभी winter नहीं है, summer थोड़ा सा आ जाता है. And then the selection process start. The poor grapes are segregated from the good one. और इस process का नाम है, people do not forget this one, very important MCQ question, épluchage. I repeat again, épluchage. I repeat again, épluchage. So épluchage is the process where we segregate the poor grape from the bad, from the good one. Now, once the harvesting is done, next we do the pressing part. Now, pressing में अब एक चीज का ध्यान रखिए, इसमें सबसे important है ये. You have got 3 grapes with yourself. Now, let's assume that कुणाल के पास Pinot Noir grape है, मिताली के पास Chardonnay है और अंकिता के पास Pinot Meunier है. ठीक है. और इन मैन्युफैक्चरर और शैंपेन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का जो मालिक है वो है अपना काव्या सक्सेना. तो काव्या ने कहा देखो ग्राउंड से ग्रेप्स आ चुकी है, तो अंकिता तुम रेड ले लो. ओके, अंकिता ने चलो चलो ठीक है, अंकिता ने शारदने ले लिया, सॉरी, और अंकिता ने शारदने ले लिया, मिताली ने पिनो म्यूनियर ले लिया और कुणाल गौर ने पिनो नोवा ले लिया। अब जो अपना मैडम है काव्या मैडम, उसने कहा आप सब लोग इसका जूस निकालो प्रेस करके। सो पहले ही व्हेन इट इज कम टू द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एरिया, इट इज एक्चुअली सेग्रीगेटेड। तीनों ग्रेप को 3 डिपार्टमेंट में डाल दिया गया। एक अंकिता का डिपार्टमेंट है, कुणाल का डिपार्टमेंट है, और दूसरा अपना समझ लो क्या है, कौन है वो, मिताली का डिपार्टमेंट है, सॉरी। सो नाउ व्हाट दे विल डू, सब ये 3 लोग जो है अंडर द डायरेक्शन ऑफ काव्या सक्सेना, दे विल प्रेस द जूस। पहला जो जूस निकलेगा फर्स्ट प्रेस में, द प्रीमियम क्वालिटी ऑफ जूस, द बेस्ट क्वालिटी ऑफ ऑल, इट इज नोन एज अ विन दे कुवे, इट इज नोन एज अ विन दे कुवे। देन फिर काव्या ने कहा नहीं, और थोड़ा जो सेडिमेंट बच रहा है आप 3 लोग मिलके फिर से प्रेस करो, तो फिर से सब लोगों ने मिलके प्रेस किया, तो क्या निकला, प्रीमियर टाई, we call it premier thigh, or win the thigh we can also call it. It's not tally, it's called thigh. So premier thigh. And the second one, when we press it again, I mean the third one, फिर काव्या ने कहा नहीं फिर से प्रेस करो, ये भी बहुत बच रहा है, ग्रेप बहुत एक्सपेंसिव है, मैं सारे जूस मुझे चाहिए। और 3 लोगों ने, अंकिता ने, गौर ने और अपना मिताली ने फिर से प्रेस किया, तो वो थर्ड प्रेस जो निकलेगा उसका नाम होगा द्वैक्सिम ताई। It is called Dwaxim Thai. Okay, Duxim नहीं है, it's called Dwaxim Thai. Dwaxim Thai होगा हमारा थर्ड प्रेस्ट। फिर से काव्या ने कहा नहीं यार फिर भी कुछ बच जा रहा है, और प्रेस निकालो, तो फिर ये तीनों लोगों ने मिलकर फिर से ग्रेप्स को प्रेस किया, तो निकला सो सबसे इंफीरियर क्वालिटी का जो ग्रेप जूस है, इसका नाम है BOB, और दूसरा नाम है इसका, मतलब इसका फुल फॉर्म है बायर्स ओन ब्रांड। लेकिन ग्रेप शैंपेन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जो है वो 3 प्रेस से हो रहा था, वी आर मेकिंग द शैंपेन फ्रॉम दिस 3 प्रेस ओनली। लेकिन फ्रेंच गवर्नमेंट ने एक चीज कहा कि काव्या मैडम आपने तो ग्रेप का इतना यूटिलाइजेशन किया है, जो लास्ट वाला जो जूस है आप उसको भी नहीं छोड़ रहे हो, लेकिन उससे क्या है, इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में शैंपेन का स्टैंडर्ड जो है वो डाउन हो रहा है। तो इसलिए जो कमिटी है, वो सिविक वाला जो कमिटी है, कमिटी इंटरप्रोफेशनल टू विन द शैंपेन, उन्होंने कहा कि काव्या मैम आप 4 नंबर का जो प्रेस है उसको आप यूज नहीं कर सकते। तो काव्या ने कहा कि भाई तो फिर उसका क्या करें, फेंक तो नहीं सकते। तो उन्होंने कहा कि ठीक है एक काम करो, ये डीडी नगर में जितने सारे जूस के ठेले लगते हैं वहां दे दो, जो लोकल पब्लिक है वो पिएगा। तो उसके बाद से वो जूस बाहर सेल होने लग गया, ठीक है। लेकिन प्रेस आज भी होता है, but the fourth press is not utilized for the champagne manufacturing process. This is the one. So third make a, I mean like there is a third press is also get banned. I mean there is a trivia also. Third press is also banned by the French government, and the third press now is to make a brandy. इसको भी ध्यान रखना थोड़ा सा, what is Mar de Champagne, we can call it a new brandy. So BOB के साथ साथ थर्ड प्रेस को भी बंद कर दिया गया। अब थर्ड प्रेस से शैंपेन मैन्युफैक्चर नहीं होता है, लेकिन yes you can manufacture a brandy which is known as a Mar de Champagne. It's not Marc de Champagne, it's Mar de Champagne, Mar de Champagne. Okay, so first press, second press, third press and fourth press. Fourth press and third press is banned. So second press और first press निकाल के मिताली, कुणाल and अंकिता are ready. Next process शुरू होगा, fermentation. The pressed juice is allowed to settle. जो 3 ग्रेप के जूस है उसको आपने फर्मेंटेशन शुरू कर दिया, पहले 12 घंटे तक उसको सेटल करोगे, all the sediment will come down and then the fermentation start, adding the yeast, the temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, and जब आपका alcohol strength 11% तक पहुंच जाएगा, then you have to stop the fermentation. And now all the fermentation are doing separately. We are doing it separately, first press and second press, all the 3 grapes. Now in the month of spring, ये जब जो टाइम हमने हार्वेस्टिंग किया था सितंबर को, ये जो टाइम चल रहा था ये था विंटर का टाइम। विंटर के बाद जैसे स्प्रिंग आएगा, मतलब समझ लेट्स टेक एग्जांपल, जब जैसे कि अभी जो टाइम है फरवरी मार्च अप्रैल के टाइम पे, हमारे यहाँ पे तो मार्च अप्रैल में तो गर्मी आ जाती है, बट एक्चुअली इन फ्रांस में देयर इज अ स्प्रिंग। सो दैट टाइम द मैन्युफैक्चरर विल blend this wine. Now How they blend the juices? There is a ratio of 2:1. 2 part of red juice, 1 part of white juice. मतलब है कि अब मैं मिताली पोद्दार, कुणाल गौर और अंकिता को कहूंगा कि आप सारे जूसेस को लेके आइए, काव्या सक्सेना कहेगा सब जूसेस को लेके आओ, अब मुझे ब्लेंडिंग करना है। ये ब्लेंडिंग कौन करता है? नॉट अ आम आदमी और अ वाइन मैन्युफैक्चरर। दिस ब्लेंडिंग इज डन बाय अ प्रोफेशनल सोमेलियर. Okay, it's a separate course which I have already learned. We have seen in France you have this thing. I mean LVMH का जो company है जिसका owner Dom Perignon था, so they have this sommelier course. If you have time and if you're ready to go foreign, that's the best thing to learn in hotel management. Okay, so then the blending will start. So once the blending will start, now we have intact champagne. Now all the Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier and Chardonnay are mixed together. Now we have one intact liquid. अब मेरे सामने एक liquid है जो liquid के अंदर alcoholic percentage है 11% and it is fully fermented. Okay, right. We go to the next step now. Okay, there is a very interesting trivia. Take a look at this. It is saying that wine are allowed to settle for 12 hours. ये जो हम जो वाइन को सेटल करते हैं मतलब लाइक जूस को जो हम सेटल करते 12 आवर्स तक, दिस प्रोसेस इज नोन एज अ डेबूराज. आई रिपीट अगेन, द प्रोसेस ऑफ सेटलिंग डाउन वाइन टू रिमूव द सेडिमेंट फ्रॉम द जूसेस इज नोन एज अ डेबूराज. आई रिपीट अगेन, डेबूराज. आई रिपीट अगेन, डेबूराज. इट्स कॉल्ड डेबूराज, डेबूराज. ओके, the first one we have run epluchage, now we've got the deburrage. This is the very important MCQ question. ये आपके लिए सबसे important है. Okay, the next stage, yes, another trivia. How many bubbles are there in a 750 ml champagne bottle? It is not in a book, okay, but it is a very important trivia that there is a 49 million. 1 million equals to 10 lakhs. We can understand 49 million matlab how much. Okay, like 4.9 crore के आसपास होगा. Bubbles are there inside the champagne 750 ml bottle. Okay, अब शुरू होगा आपका Methode champenoise style. So once the blends are done, now in a barrel, that is in that barrel जो होगा, जिस barrel के अंदर ये I mean like blending हो गया था, उसके बाद हम उसके अंदर will add something. This known as an old champagne. तो पहले वाला जो champagne है वो plus sugar and plus yeast. ठीक है, sugar, yeast and old champagne will mix it together in a liquid. मतलब पिछले बैच का जो champagne है वो हमने कुछ रख दिया था, बासी champagne सीधी भाषा में. तो बासी champagne, sugar और yeast को हम mix कर देंगे and then we will create a liqueur or create a liquid that is known as a liqueur de tirage. Repeat again, I say liqueur de tirage, liqueur de tirage. You can see that I have written it in the Hindi, Bengali and Tamil, Telugu languages. So please try to understand or remember this. Okay, it's called liqueur de tirage. It's a mixture made with the sugar, yeast and champagne. Now this liquid is immediately put inside the bottle and cap. अब जैसे ही बॉटल के अंदर आपने डाल दो उसको कैप लगा दोगे. तो आपने थोड़ा सा कॉमन सेंस यूज कीजिए और आप बोलिए बॉटल के अंदर क्या होगा अगर आपने शुगर और ईस्ट को मिक्स करके बॉटल के अंदर डाल दिया है with old champagne. What will going to happen inside the bottle now? Very simple. Who can say?
Sir,
carbon dioxide will be produced.
Okay. Ankita, please quiet. And what is that person? Please start.
Sir, carbon dioxide will be produced.
Carbon dioxide will produce, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why carbon dioxide will come?
Sir, जब yeast sugar को खाएगा तो वो produce करेगा.
ठीक है, right, okay. चलो, Ankita, you have anything addition to this?
नो सर, वो जो हमने स्टार्टिंग में रिएक्शन पढ़ा था तो सर वही होता है कि अल्कोहल प्लस ईस्ट और हीट अंदर रहता है. ठीक
है, राइट, ओके, डन. तो ठीक है ऑलमोस्ट. अच्छा, लेकिन एक बात बोलिए, मैंने तो बॉटल के ऊपर तो कैप लगा दिया है. अभी ये जो बॉटल आप मेरे स्क्रीन के ऊपर देख रहे हो यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी कैप है. तो मैं अभी बोल रहा हूँ कि शुगर और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, आयन ने कहा शुगर और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड पैदा होगा, तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड तो बाहर नहीं जा पाएगा. तो क्या होगा फिर? बॉटल फट जाएगा?
नहीं सर, वो ट्रैप होके रहेगा ताकि जब हम ओपन करेंगे तो जो उसका फिज है वो उसके साथ जाएगा.
Yes, yes, yes. That's what's going to happen. So whatever Ankita has said, I'm going to put it in a layman's language. So if you don't allow the carbon dioxide to escape from the bottle, what will happen? It will get chemically bonded inside the champagne liquid, which will turn the champagne into a fizzy and sparkling wine. Okay? Or pressure. Anybody know that what will be the pressure? Was it very less or more?
सर ज्यादा प्रेशर रहेगा.
भयंकर प्रेशर होगा. Remember, it's a concept of physics actually. Small area pressure more. Okay? बड़ा एरिया प्रेशर कम. अब ये 750 ml का बॉटल है, इसके अंदर आपने कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को छोड़ दिया जो बाहर नहीं निकल पा रहा है. It will create a massive pressure, and that is the reason शैंपेन बॉटल का प्रेशर होता है 6 kg पर सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर. 6 kg पर सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर. सीधी भाषा में कहा जाए तो कितना प्रेशर है ये? ट्रक के पीछे का जो दो टायर है ना, वो अगर समझ लो एक साथ, एक फुल पंजाब ट्रक के पीछे जो दो टायर एक साथ लगा हुआ रहता है, अगर वो दो टायर एक साथ ब्लास्ट हो जाए तो जितना प्रेशर क्रिएट होगा, दैट इज द रियल प्रेशर ऑफ अ शैंपेन बॉटल. ठीक है? So you can understand that how dangerous it is if you don't know how to open a champagne bottle. It's really it requires lots of experience and lots of art and skill to open a champagne bottle. If I get a chance to show the practical, I'll definitely do it. There is a video in my YouTube lecture too. Okay, right? So yes, हम लोग वापस उसी point पे आ जाते हैं. So if we not able to, or if we not allowing the carbon dioxide to escape, so the carbon dioxide will trapped inside the bottle and get chemically bonded. Naturally, it will turn into a high pressure alcoholic beverage. Okay, very pressure than beer, high pressure than the beer as well as the soda. Okay. So the stage one is that fermentation will start taking place inside the bottle, and previously alcoholic strength was at 11%. Abhi alcoholic strength increase hoga. It will go up to 15 to 18 now. It will also develop 15 pound square, or you can say 6 kg per centimeter square pressure, and this time the bottles are kept horizontal. You can take a look how the bottles are clipped. सारे bottle को हमने यहाँ पे horizontally रख दिया है. Okay. Now what will happen? Here is also an interesting thing happen. अभी problem क्या है कि शैंपेन बॉटल के अंदर ईस्ट है और शुगर है. फर्मेंटेशन तो हो गया, लेकिन ना सेडिमेंट बहुत रह गया. वो ईस्ट के छोटे छोटे पार्टिकल. अब ऐसा बॉटल अगर हम 1 लाख रुपए में मार्केट में सेल करने जाएंगे, जहां पे गेस्ट शैंपेन बॉटल ओपन करेंगे, विल फाइंड अ पीस ऑफ ईस्ट इन हिज माउथ, व्हाट विल गोइंग टू हैपन? उसको अवॉइड करने के लिए दे हैव स्टार्टेड अ न्यू टेक्निक. क्या टेक्निक है वो? Okay, slow process of fermentation inside the bottle will happen for 3 months. Another trivia, very important. 3 महीने तक ये fermentation चलता है बॉटल के अंदर. ठीक है? इस fermentation process का नाम है, again people just be careful and remember, it's called pre-muse. People please mute your mic.
कल वाली आते थे. अबे हाँ, कल वाली दिखाना मैं भी देखूंगा. उस वीडियो को देख के तो बोले कि लोग सब
Yeah, so that slow process of fermentation which happened for 3 months in the inside the bottle is known as a pre-muse. I repeat again, it's known as a pre-muse or pre-muse or pry-the-muse जो भी है. It's pry-the-muse or pre-muse. 3 महीने तक जो ये छोटा सा, I mean like ये fermentation चलता रहेगा. It is known as a pre-muse. Very critical stage of the fermentation. Okay. And then I go to the next stage. There is something called remuage. This process is known as a remuage. So once the sediment, I mean like fermentation completes, the sediment is still there inside the bottle. The bottle will transfer to the racks. Wooden rack होता है, उसके अंदर हम उसको transfer करते हैं. Those racks are known as a pupitre. Okay, those racks are known as a pupitre. This is like a horizontal bottles kept from the horizontal to a vertical position. तो अब हम इसको पिक्चर के माध्यम से देखेंगे. देखो ये होता है एक्चुअली. दिस इज द पर्सन हु इज नोन एज रेमुआर. ये देखिए ऐसे वुडन स्लॉट्स होता है जिसके अंदर दे पुट दिस शैंपेन बॉटल। अब देखो क्या हो रहा है एक्चुअली। सब लोग मेरे स्क्रीन की तरफ देखिए, ओके, जस्ट टेक ए लुक एट माय स्क्रीन नाउ, ओके। Okay, take a look at my screen now. I will going to show you something. So this is the bottle, okay. Now this is my wooden slot. वो कुछ ऐसे है। तो मैं अभी क्या करने जा रहा हूं, अभी ये मेरा जो बॉटल है वो आई मीन लाइक हॉराइजेंटल में है। तो मैंने क्या किया, इसके अंदर इस बॉटल को रख दिया, ठीक है। Now this bottle is inside this slot and this slot is known as a पुपित्र। Now what is happening? अभी जो रेमुअर नाम का जो आदमी है, what he is doing? I know there is a sediment inside the bottle, so he is turning a machine। एक मशीन है जो उसके ऐसे उसको घुमा रहा है, एक हैंडल है, ऐसे साइकिल की तरह एक हैंडल होता है। जैसे ही वो इसको घुमाता है, ये बॉटल धीरे धीरे टिल्ट होना शुरू होता है। देखो बॉटल कैसे टिल्ट हो रहा है, ये मैं घुमा रहा हूं और बॉटल धीरे धीरे टिल्ट हो रहा है। फिर देखिए बॉटल मेरा ऐसे वर्टिकल हॉरिजॉन्टल शेप में है एंड मैं उसको ऐसे घुमा रहा हूं, एक साइकिल की तरह हैंडल है, पैडल की तरह। व्हेन आई एम रिमूविंग लाइक टर्निंग दिस, द बॉटल इज रिमूविंग। बॉटल ऐसे घूम रहा है, घूम रहा है, घूम रहा है। ये घूमते घूमते लग जाएगा आपका 3 महीना। उसके बाद क्या होगा, इट विल टर्न कंप्लीटली फ्रॉम अ वर्टिकल टू हॉरिजॉन्टल। ये देखो अभी कंप्लीटली बॉटल 3 मंथ्स के बाद ऐसे हॉरिजॉन्टल शेप में आ गया, ठीक है। अब क्या होगा, ये धीरे धीरे ये करने के कारण ऑल द सेडिमेंट व्हिच इज सेटलिंग डाउन एट द बॉटम, वो धीरे 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 ये बॉटल के सीधा सर के सामने आ जाएगा, इस कैप के सामने आ जाएगा, ठीक है। नाउ माय बॉटल इज कंप्लीटली लाइक दिस एंड इट इज इनसाइड द कैप, यहां पे आ गया। नाउ व्हाट विल गोइंग टू हैपन, द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। लेट्स गो बैक टू द टॉपिक। So you can see that the bottle was like this, then we turn like this, and then finally the bottle is like this. Next, what will going to happen? We'll do a degorgement. अब जैसे ही मेरा बॉटल ऐसे है, मैं क्या करूंगा, ये ढक्कन को ओपन कर दूंगा। And the moment I open the cap, what will happen? The sediment will just jump out of the bottle. But yes, sediment निकलेगा तो उसके साथ साथ थोड़ा सा शैंपेन भी तो निकलेगा। Those champagne is filled by a dosage. But before that, I would like to tell you again, opening the champagne cork and removing the champagne or removal of the yeast and other sediment from the bottle, इस system का नाम है degorgement. तो ये जो टेक्निक है जहां से बॉटल घूम घूम के हॉराइजेंटल से वर्टिकल हो रहा है, इस प्रोसेस का नाम है रेमुआज और रेमुआर, and then removing the sediment from the bottle. Himanshu, please quiet, otherwise I have to throw you out of the meeting. If you don't be a part, please just leave the meeting. I don't have any problem, okay? So now, as you can see, the bottle is down now, and you can open the cap. The moment you open the cap, all the sediments will go out, and what left behind is a very, very clear and nice champagne. Naturally, ये bottle champagne निकलने के बाद ही उसको straight पे कर दिया जाएगा ताकि ज़्यादा champagne ना निकल जाए. But that loss of champagne is filled by a dosage. Now take a look at this. What is actually happening? So this dosage. Now take a look. The neck of the bottle they immerse in a chilled brine solution. हम इस बॉटल को नीचे ऐसे डाल देते हैं एक चिल्ड सॉल्यूशन के अंदर जो बॉटल को मतलब फ्रीज कर देता है. And then once it get freeze, that sediment will turn into a crystal ice, and that ice, when you push it from the back, it will just come out. And it is done with something called liqueur d'expédition. I repeat again, when this alcohol loses, or when the alcohol goes out of the bottle, it is जो champagne बाहर जा रहा था उसको हमने refill किया है with the help of another liquid, and the liquid is known as a liqueur d'expédition. It's a wine and sugar mixture. एक wine and sugar का mixture जो है हमने उसके अंदर add कर दिया just to fill the loss of the champagne, and this is known as a liqueur d'expédition. I repeat again, liqueur d'expédition. The first one was liqueur de tirage, And the second one is liquor de expedition. And this liquid is also called as a dosage. Okay, right? So now your champagne is ready. अब आपको इसको bottling करना है. ये देखिए कुछ इस टाइप का होता है. When you open the cap, the sediment and all the champagne will just pops up from the bottle just like this. ठीक है? So this is the way champagne is manufactured, right? Now your champagne is ready. The finishing is done with the corking and labeling. Now you can take a look. कुछ शैंपेन के ऊपर आपको ये लेबल के ऊपर दिखेगा, पता नहीं आपने ट्रेनिंग में देखा हुआ नहीं देखा होगा. There is a champagne called extra brut or a brut zero. यहाँ पे sugar quantity है 0 to 6 gram. It's a very dry one. Then there is something called brut. It's known as a 0 to 15. Very dry, dry to very dry, okay. And then extra sec or extra dry. That is 12 to 10. And then finally we have got 12 to 10, and there is finally just a few people. Just hold on. There is something else came. Just hold on. Okay, I'm sorry, something urgent came. Okay, so now you can see that अगर bottle के ऊपर लिखा है brut, इसका मतलब है dry to very dry. Extra sec का मतलब है कि medium dry. Sec और dry का मतलब है कि slightly on the medium sweet. Demi sec, sec मतलब होता है dry, ठीक है? तो demi sec का मतलब होता है कि slightly sweet. And D-O-U-X, do. It's not dukes, okay? It's called do, and that is very sweet, okay? ये जो प्रॉपर्टी है ये एक्चुअली प्रोड्यूस नहीं होता. बेसिकली शैंपेन वाला जो है, जो ब्रूट एंड द सेक और ड्राई, मतलब लाइक दिस कैटेगरी, लाइक द ब्रूट, एक्स्ट्रा सेक एंड सेक और ड्राई इज वाइडली कंज्यूम इन द वर्ल्ड. बिकॉज अगर ये अल्कोहल अगर चीनी बन जाएगा तो पता है क्या, ये लगेगा कि कोई फ्रेश लाइम सोडा स्वीट दिया है आपको. सो विल नॉट लाइक दैट. ठीक है, राइट? दिस इज हाउ द शैंपेन क्लासिफिकेशन इज डन. और ये देखो, there is something called champagne corks, and this is how the champagne cork look like. इसके ऊपर एक ना there is a cage, wire cage on the top, and that cage is known as it is known as, you know, क्या बोलते हैं इसको, wire cage or agrafe. ठीक है, right, okay. So now we go to the, like, take a look, the Spanish champagne, like Spanish sparkling wine. There are lots of sparkling wine in the world. स्पेन का जो स्पार्कलिंग वाइन है, दैट इज नोन एज अ कावा, ओके. इटालियन स्पार्कलिंग वाइन का नाम है आस्ती स्पुमांते. जर्मन का, सर थोड़ा सा मनीष सर, जर्मन स्पार्कलिंग वाइन इज नोन एज अ सेक्ट, एंड द फ्रेंच स्पार्कलिंग वाइन, मतलब समझ लो कि ये वही चीज है कि शैंपेन के बाहर जैसे अल्सास है, बर्गंडी है, लॉयर है, रोन है. Over there, if you make a champagne also, but sparkling wine, then it is known as a sparkling wine, but not as a champagne. They can be called a cremant, but not a champagne. Never you can call it a champagne. Okay. Yes, champagne is served at a 7 to 10 degrees Celsius. आपके लिए सबसे important ये है कि अगर कोई आपसे कहे कि champagne serving temperature क्या है, 7 to 10, just like a white wine. I mean, if it is 6 to 9 also, that is also good. Okay, right? And plenty of pressure behind the cork, so should be careful when you open up the champagne. They're the famous champagne house of brand. There's something called Krug, Piper, Heidsieck, Moët Chandon, Bollinger, Tattinger, Louis Roederer, and there is a GH Mum. Very expensive qualities of champagne all around the world. Krug, Piper, Heidsieck, Moët Chandon, Bollinger, Tattinger, GH Mum, all are these things. Now, champagne bottle की कुछ sizes है. Let's take an example. The first one that is coming on your screen, it's known as a bouteille or 750 ml. ये normally market में हमें दिखता है. इसके बाद आता है 2 bottle champagne. इसका नाम है Magnum. Then there is a 4 bottle champagne. I mean, like it's equal to 4 bottle. मतलब 750 ml को आप 4 से multiply करोगे तो जितना होगा, that is a 4 bottle. It's known as a Jeroboam. Then there is 8 bottle. You can see now what should be the size of the champagne. It's a big one. बहुत height होगा इसका. इसका नाम है Methuselam or Methusela. ठीक है? Then there is a 12 bottle champagne that is known as a Salamanzar. And the last one and the big one, the biggest champagne bottle of all is known as a 16 bottle. मतलब 16 multiplied by 750 ml जो होगा, that is the total quantity of this bottle. It is known as a Balthazar. We all know that the Balthazar is a very, very famous king. So Balthazar, Salamanzar, Methuselah, Zerubbabel, and Magnum. These are the champagne bottle sizes. Naturally, आपने अगर Formula 1 देखा होगा, या तो फिर you have seen the NatWest trophies in the England. वहाँ पे presentation ceremony में they give the champagne to the man of the match or the man of the series. Okay. जब इंडिया वो NatWest series final जीता था in England, chasing down 326, where Saurabh Ganguly waved his shirt at the Lords. If you remember, the Mohammad Kaif, who was the man of the match, he was offered this Magnum bottle. It's a tradition in the European countries. They splash or spread the champagne as a celebration in the this thing. Okay, right? So these are the champagne bottle sizes. Okay, right? So you can take a look how the bottle sizes come: 2 bottle, 4 bottle, Methuselah, and Salamanzar, 12 bottle, 16 bottle, all this thing. Okay, right? Okay. But there is something called transfer method, where the producing champagne by the Australians and the Kiwi, like New Zealand, where the bottles are transferred to a pressurized tank, जहाँ पे champagne manufacture होता है, right? And Sharma method इतना important तो नहीं है, but फिर भी ठीक है, should know it everything. Okay, right? Sharma was started by an agricultural person जिसका नाम था Eugene Sharma. He is the person who started the wine manufacturing style of Asti Spumante, which is the Italian sparkling wine. That's how it's got started. Right, okay? This is about the champagne manufacturing process. Now